The question is, how long is too long for a murder victim's family to wait for the killer to be executed? Our Janelle Tanguma is working for you tonight. She spoke to a defense attorney about this delay of execution. Janelle.
Ruben Gutierrez was sentenced to death a quarter-century ago. For some, a death row sentence looks more like a life sentence with the number of years that it takes before an inmate actually sees their execution day. It's the ultimate punishment for the most horrendous and violent crimes. In the state of Texas, there have been 586 death penalty executions since 1982, accounting for more than 1/3 of all executions nationwide. Many inmates wait years, even decades before their execution. Some die of old age or illness waiting to be executed.
There are both state and federal safeguards to ensure that there is no legal error or evidentiary issue that would have come out with a different result.
Defense attorney Ricardo Barrera says the state and federal safeguards are enacted from sentencing to execution. The appeals process typically takes up to the longest amount of time. And although the exonerations are not common, Barrera says the due diligence is essential.
Even if it happens once every now and then, it's worth it to ensure that an innocent person is not put to death by our government who would otherwise have been exonerated or didn't do it.
A death sentence in Texas means an automatic appeal to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. It is the highest criminal court in Texas. Meticulously reviewing the evidence and trial proceedings, court-appointed lawyers are assigned to build their appeals case. This leads to the lengthy process of multiple Texas and federal courts reviewing different aspects of the case. During this time, the defendant's innocence or guilt is not the main focus.
And regarding evidence, there's the Texas Rules of Evidence, which require certain procedures in the acceptance or presentment of evidence. There's clarification by our legislature on how evidence could come in and when it needs to be presented by the state in full. And there are also legal issues with case law as to how the law was applied by the court of which the jury relied upon.
After all these factors have been reviewed and all appeals lost that a convicted killer, execution can be carried out. The average death row sentence takes about 20 years before execution. Working for you live in the newsroom, I'm Janelle Tanguma.